All right, I think we're back again. I'm working on getting the video up.
Going that way, just a little bit too far. No balls, 1 strike and a pitch. Ball was a little low, but apparently it got the knees right there. The umpire gave it to her. Gracious pitch. It's no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. So she's going to really guard against right here. Foul ball, good cut right there. Good pitch, good cut.
Okay, I'm getting the messages that we are good now, so we should be streaming on this. Sorry for all the issues that we've had thus far. Faith takes the pitch up in her eyeballs, and that is a good sign. When Faith's taking that pitch, it generally means she's going to have a good at bat, because that's usually the one that catches her. It's her strikeout pitch. A ball and 2 strikes on her. Good cut. Second baseman has it over to the first baseman, and that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. And the Eagles unable to plate any runs here. It's hard to do it when you start off with 2 outs. I mean, both batters put the ball in play. It wasn't like it was bad at bats. It's just hard. That first out's always the big one. You get the lead off out, usually the inning goes good for the defense.
You know, Corey, I was thinking, last year we played here in the same tournament. I remember we played Bryant, got beat. Later that night, played Alma, got beat pretty bad. So it's one of those things where it just happens. We did this last year. We ended up turning things around and had an amazing season. And we may come back here. We've had another pitching change tonight. We've got Tori Wilbanks on the mound as our pitcher. Looks like our other defense is pretty much going to stay the same. Outfield's going to stay the same overall. And we'd like to see Tori come in, fill the zone up with strikes, hit some corners right here, hang a 0, and get back in and hit.
So as Kobe said, 3rd pitcher in as many innings for the Eagles, and not unlike how Coach Sullivan typically handles the pitching in these tournaments. Plenty of innings to go around if you continue to play, because everybody's going to play. As long as the tournament gets finished, doesn't get shortened by rain, you're going to play at least. You're definitely going to play 2 tonight, and then you're going to play a minimum of 3 tomorrow. So you got plenty of innings. Plenty of opportunities to get some people in and see what they can do in varsity action. And this tournament, Kobe, is it's loaded with some of the top teams in the state. Bentonville's here, Rogers is here, Greenbrier is here, North Little Rock. Who else am I thinking? Bauxite is here, perennial powerhouse in the 4A. Benton and Bryant both here. Bryant, one of the top teams in 7A, along with Bentonville. Cabot, top 7A team. So a lot of Nashville, one of the other teams to beat in the 4A classification. Yeah,
the Queen's here. So it's some great teams. I mean, you're not just going to show up and just beat people. They're all good at this tournament here. We just have to compete. It's inning by inning, pitch by pitch. You just got to stay hooked up and compete.
Right. So the Eagles have been here on a state championship year and not won a game. And they've been here in a state championship year and won the whole thing. So it's hard to. It's hard to gauge what you're going to do the rest of the season from this particular tournament.
Correct.
However, as has been the case in the years I've been around the Eagles, right after this tournament is usually when we hit our stride and we actually, can go ahead and see what we're made of for the rest of the season.
You want to peak at the end of the year.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a lot of times teams peak early, they peak mid-season, they'll win this tournament. But you want to be ready when the state rolls around. I think Coach Sullivan does an excellent job of that, of preparing them. And anyway, Tori right here has got 3 balls, 2 strikes, got no outs. Sort of change up a little low right there, but good pitch.
She's been working the corners a little bit better here so far in this outing. Good play by Erie, backhanding the line drive there off the bat of Lane Smith. But, yeah, that was another good pitch. Inside corner, jammed the batter up, got it in there on the handle. Couldn't hit it as hard as she wanted to. Erie has to come over in the hole to make the catch. But Tori's showing a little bit more command of the zone than she's had the first couple of outings this year. So it brings up Riley Weddall. That's the leadoff batter for the Panthers. First pitch, she hits it into the gap in left center field. It's going to be a base hit. Faith Johnson chases it down. Weddall's going to go into second. Relay throw is to Erie, and Weddall will stop there. Erie's are going to run it in. Just a good bit of hitting there because that was a pretty decent pitch.
You know, that play before, though, she had made a good pitch, but also you've got to understand, too, I know you don't say it because it's your daughter, but Callie made a heck of a play at short. She went probably 30 yards to make that play. So,
well,
so anyway, she did a fantastic job as well.
It's like this. I expect it. So
exactly.
So that's a good pitch there. Apparently it had to miss up because it's a ball, but I thought that was pretty good pitch right there at the top of the zone. Caught
pretty
the
small
outside
strike
corner.
zone, though. Pretty small strike zone with this girl at bat,
Yeah,
Corey.
Leah Gerald is the batter, the second baseman. That one's going to miss low for ball 2. 2-0 count now on her. And yeah, I wouldn't say a mailbox, but maybe a I don't know, basketball hoop size strike zone.
Yeah, it's pretty small.
That's a good pitch there. Little dribbler down to Johnson at third. She turns to get the lead runner. Doesn't have time for that. And I don't know that it was a bad play because she wasn't going to get the runner going to first either as slowly as that ball was hit.
But the only thing, if she didn't, is hopefully that ball would spin out and go foul, Corey. I don't know what kind of spin it did have, but I don't think she had a play on it. But anyway, we've got runners on first and third with 1 out. Number 4, Grace Neal, up to bat. And the pitch, base hit up the middle right there. 1 run's going to score. Looks like going to be a single. Runner's going to hold at second base. Up to bat now is number 14, Aubrey Lee. So we got runners on first and second. Got 1 out.
The computer's dead. This is like a nightmare. I would think not. I really don't know what happened. The computer just shut down. Well, I don't.
Still experiencing some technical difficulties here, trying to get through it. Corey's working on the computer. Had 2 hits right here. Just Tori steps up, ball pitched just a bit outside, just missed. Runs back at this point. You just want 3 or 4. Keep it close. We'll make a run later on right now, but in between innings, Corey is still working on this computer. We're having some technical difficulties as we speak. Beautiful day for softball. We have got multiple teams going as we speak. Like Corey stated earlier, we've got some great teams that's here this weekend planned. Weather is calling for about 80% chance of rain tomorrow. Last time that I'd looked at this, supposed to hold off hopefully to around noon to 2 o'clock. I know we're supposed to play potentially around 10 o'clock in the morning, so it'd be nice to get a couple games in tonight, get a game or 2 in tomorrow, get some reps in, and before the rain does hit. So hopefully it'll hold off on it. Marley Heisley up to the plate. Her first at bat, hit a home run over the left center fence. It was a no-doubter as soon as it left. She steps up here, no balls, 1 strike. Back up to play in the pitch. Changeup, had her on her front foot, ground ball to third base, throw to first, got her out. Good piece of pitching right there. Good changeup, disguised it well. Marley was on her front foot, ground ball to third. You'd like to see either lay off that or sit back and try to drive it, but tip you had at the pitcher, great pitch. Up to bat, Jordan Alexander here. 1 out. Strike on the outside corner. Ball was up a little bit, swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. So here's where you have to really choke up, guard against the outside, put the ball in play, make them make a mistake. It's called strike 3, outside corner right there. So a quick 2 outs, not really what you want to see after giving up a few. But we've got senior Kylie Linton, number 4, up to the plate. And the pitch. Ground ball to second base. It's going to be close, quick, and she's safe. Kylie Linton is extremely fast. She didn't hit that very hard, but it's kind of up the middle. Second baseman had to go towards second base. By the time she got there, it was an infield base hit. Great job, Kylie Linton.
Brings up the freshman, Julie Johnson, and we're going to need to score a run here, or this could be a run rule, and that's going to be a base hit up the middle by Johnson. Good bit of hitting there. Linton holds at second wisely, and we're going to need the Erie, the senior, to come through here to push a run across, or this is going to be a short night or afternoon of work for the Eagles and have to take the break for the second game.
There's some excitement on the other field right now.
Benton and Greenbrier playing, or Bald Knob playing over there. Erie digs in 0 for 2 tonight. Takes the first pitch for a ball, and Spears wisely worked her in, got her to pop up and ground out on 2 inside pitches there in the first 2 at bats. So Erie wisely takes the first one. That one catches the outside corner, evening it up at a ball and a strike, and
ball's flying really good this day, Corey. If you get the ball up, put it in the gap, there's a good chance it'll go over.
Good take there by Erie. Ball 2, 2-1 count now on her. Yeah, we just need, I mean, really all you need is something. You either need a slow roller to the grass or one to roll to the fence, and Linton's going to score with her speed from second. Erie swings, fouls that one over the third base dugout. 2-2 count now on her. With 2 outs and 2 runners on here in the top of the 4th inning. Here he sees the changeup. Oh, pitcher nabs it, turns, throws to first, and that's going to.
I think we'll go one more, won't we?
Yeah, I guess maybe it is 10 after 5. Erie hit that one a little more solid than she did the first 2. Pitcher rather, able to backhand it, makes a good play on the ball and gets her out at first.
She did make a good play on that. I believe that looked like to be a changeup, and Kylie did sit back on it and drive it back up the middle like he's supposed to do. But it's just a game of inches. She reached down there and stabbed it, got her out right there.
So Wilbanks trots back out for her second inning of work in the ball game in the bottom of the 4th. I don't see any other defensive changes. Here comes Erie out to shortstop. I see Johnson and Alexander, and now Linton trots out to the outfield. So we're going to be same setup as last inning defensively all the way around. He probably has it in his pocket. Coach Cope going with some lineup changes here, reporting those to the umpire. The leadoff is going to be of the inning is going to be number 27, Kaylee Huffman for the Panthers. So Huffman digs in on the left side of the plate, left-handed side of the plate. Her first at bat of the game. It's going to face Wilbanks, as we said earlier, continuing to pitch here into the 4th inning. Good pitch there. It's going to be lined out to left field. Linton's under and has it. So first batter is retired.
1 pitch, 1 out.
I like it. Let's see. 3-pitch inning would be great. 23, Jaden Potee is the batter for the Panthers now. Good pitch there. Barely misses up. Ball 1 on Potee. She swings at that one.
Oh, watch the wind right there, Corey.
Off the light pole down the left field line. for a long strike. Yeah, but the wind, if it had not hooked foul, it was way gone with the wind.
We got a crosswind right now blowing kind of out from actually dead center, would you say, Corey? What?
Yeah, straight. I mean, it's hitting me straight in the back, and I'm looking right at the scoreboard in dead center field. So yeah.
You get a ball up, it's going to go.
Yeah, Spears has hit 2 home runs so far, and Hinsley 1 for the Eagles, and all 3 of those balls, as soon as they left the bat, you knew they were going to keep climbing and it was going to get interesting.
They were gone. Good pitch right there by Tori. Got 1 ball and 2 strikes. She had painted outside corner.
So, yeah, that's Benton leading Bald Knob over there on the other field, and that's who our game is paired up with. Winners play winners and losers play losers. So that'll be interesting to watch how that finishes out.
Ball up, 3 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out. Corey, did Bald Knob lose a lot last year? I know they went to the title game, got beat by Rosebud in the finals. Did they lose a lot?
Lose a lot as far as players from last year's team? No, just 1 or 2 is all they lost. So they're going to be just about as solid as they have been the past few years. They still have the twins, and we know how well they can swing it. Basically the same 2 pitchers that they had last year, so nothing changes in the circle for the Bulldogs of Bald Knob. And a ball came in back into play from left field. Linton picked it up, and we were already set to play when she did, so she throws it to the side. Umpire calls time. So full count here to Potee. Pop up down the third base line. Julie Johnson makes a great catch. Actually, she drops the ball, but I think her head hit the concrete wall there. So Julie Johnson is down. Both Vilonia coaches over quickly to see about her. Coach Cope was the first one there. He immediately signals for the Vilonia coaches to come over. They're calling for water and maybe even the paramedics. Not sure here. The police officer's coming in to check on her. So actually, we're gonna see about just getting some music up here and take a quick break, and we'll be back here in just a minute if I can find what I'm wanting to do. Yeah, we're gonna take a break. We'll be back here in just a minute. Okay, we are back. They do have Julie sitting up. She's smiling, kind of almost through the tears, as she's definitely in some pain. You can see a little bit of she's definitely going to have a shiner over her left eyebrow, and she may have a busted lip, Kobe, as well. But the whole time her feet were moving, her arms are moving. She's up and smiling, so definitely nothing any more serious yet. Definitely a busted lip. May have bit through it. Their coaches are still checking on her, but she is going to be okay, thankfully, after a pretty nasty header straight into the concrete block wall.
Corey, you got to look at the effort right there. I mean, you're down 12-2. It's not looking good as far as winning this game, but you've got a third baseman that lays out, crashes against the wall. That should motivate your team
100%.
To look and say, if you're willing down like that to literally run through a wall, that says a lot for it right there. And that may be something that motivates this team and gets them going.
Right.
So glad to see her get up, because we saw that firsthand. That was a dangerous looking angle and hit her in the head. So thankful that that she's able to get up and walk away from that.
So Kobe, a good time to talk about here. The backstop padding only goes down the lines behind the backstop here about 15 or 20 feet. Not like our home where we have the blocks completely covered in padding, and that's why we have it that way at home. And you'd like to see it the same way here. So that would have definitely softened the blow.
You would, and I know it's a little bit more money, but it's a safety issue. It's kind of like putting netting and wiring up in front of the dugouts. You want to try to keep them as safe as possible. You want your athletes to give 100%. You want them diving. You want them doing everything else. And so that may be one of the things here that you can look at and say, hey, let's go ahead and put some padding up and keep our kids safe overall.
100%, yeah. So the way I understand it, it looked like home plate umpire Gene, I can't think of Gene's last name right now, but either way, I'm pretty sure he told Coach Sullivan that we did indeed get the out. So that should be out 2 of the inning.
Correct.
And we're going to have some defensive changes. First baseman Marley Hinsley is going to go across to the other corner. She's going to play third base. And then Gracie Kimbrell, who started as the pitcher, is going to come in and play first base. So effectively then, Tori Wilbanks, when she came in, she subbed into Ashton Rappold's flex position. So that's all the lineup changes, if you care, at home, of why it is what it is. But anyways, 2 outs here, no runners on for the Panthers, and the batters, number 31, not Sydney Johnson, because that's the wrong lineup, but Lane Smith.
First pitch inside corner, great comeback right there. A little bit of a lull in the game because of the injury, but Tori is focused here. No balls, 1 strike, got 2 outs.
Thank goodness Julie got up and okay, walked across the field under her own power there. The only concern going forward, other than the busted up, bruised up face and lips, going to be a concussion.
Concussion, yeah.
So don't expect to see her play again tonight. Good pitch there by Wilbanks, curveball, catches the batter off guard. She kind of throws her hands at it and fouls it off into the backstop there on the first baseline. A ball and 2 strikes now on Smith. Smith swings and lines one down the left field line. Hooks foul by about 10 or 15 feet.
Good changeup right there. You could tell it got her on her front foot, and even though it was a foul ball, it plants a seed in her mind to know that it's going to change speeds overall. I wouldn't be surprised to see him come back with an outside fastball right here.
That is the call. Catches are looking. Strike 3, out 3, backwards K. It's my favorite score in the book.
It is. A lot of times, Corey, with pitching, you have purpose pitches. You will have a pitch that will set up a pitch a little bit later on. And that pitch right there did exactly. Put her on her front foot, had her guessing. Tori comes back, executes the pitch on the outside corner, and the results is a backwards K like you're talking about. So great job right there. Good inning by Tori. We're glad to see there's no more injury. Julie got up, and so, it's 12-2 in the 5th inning. I understand if we don't score right here, Corey, it's going to be over with. So you'd like to extend this game right here and grab 2 or 3.
Well, you've also got a time limit to contend with here in this game. I'm going to check with the umpire and see what we're looking at time-wise. Gene. We're at 70 minutes of a 75-minute game.
So this is it, basically.
This is the last inning regardless. The Eagles got to put up runs in bunches here.
We need an 11-run home run right here, Corey.
Hey, if we can get it, I'll take it. Lawrence, the catcher, is going to lead it off. She's capable of hitting one out of here. She hit a couple out last year. Swings the bat well, so we'll see what she can get done here against Spears. First pitch swinging, fouled straight back, and as your buddy Alan Wade says, when you foul them straight back, your timing was good. You just barely missed up and down.
Is Kristen playing this weekend?
Kristen is playing. They're playing in some tournament in Joplin, JUCO tournament there in Joplin. He had a name for it. I don't remember exactly what it was called. He's probably going to text me any minute now and remind me so I can say it. Good hit by Talon, backhanded by the shortstop, over to first, and it's going to be in time to get the out. That's the first out for the Eagles here in the top of the 5th.
She hit that ball hard. You know, the shortstop went to her right, backhanded, come up, made a strong throw. That Cabot's played a good defensive game today. I don't know if they've got an error. They've made some great plays.
I don't think they have made an error. That's a good point. Kimbrell takes ball 1, almost hit her in the back toe, the back foot, you know, the big toe of the back foot. She hung in there trying to take one for the team and get a base runner on. Change up, gets her swinging there, strike 1, a 1-1 count now on Kimbrell.
Great pitch right there.
And I don't know, other than the one to Erie a little bit ago, Spears hasn't thrown that many change-ups.
No. She's worked the ball, you know, pretty good inside out. And, you know, we've hit the ball hard several times. Those have been just right to them. You know, Callie had one right to him, second baseman. So just the way it goes.
Kimbrell fouls off strike 2, takes that one for ball 2. Counts evened up at 2 apiece now.
She just missed with a changeup, so I would think she'd be coming back with a fastball. She'd be looking for it. She did.
It's going to be popped up to the catcher. Catcher has it for out 2, brings up Sydney Johnson, and the Eagles are down to their last out here, Kobe.
She got that in on her hands. That just kind of sawed her off right there, and just a pop up.
So Johnson batting with the game on the line here. First pitch takes for a ball, down and away. Change up, misses. Nope, it does catch the outside corner.
Seemed like her changeup's got kind of a spin, like a curve ball to it as well. It kind of ends up, it's a really good pitch.
Comes back with the fastball or rise ball 1, but Sydney fouls that one straight back. A ball and 2 strikes on her, so Eagles down to the last strike now.
I would think she'd pull the changeup right here, pull the string on this one, Corey. Nope.
Good hit by Sydney. That's going to be at least 2 bases. Depends on how well the left fielder gets it picked up. She does, throws it into the shortstop. Sydney standing up on second when the shortstop catches the relay throw, so a good bit of hitting there by Johnson.
I want to say this pitcher would like to have that pitch back, Corey.
I think so.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. She kind of grooved one right down the middle, but that's just, you know, pitching stuff.
Brings up the other, or not the other, one of the other Johnsons.
One of the many.
Lineup. Yeah, we've got all the Johnsons on the Eagle lineup, as I've said before. Faith swings at the first pitch, grounds it to first base. It's going to be a foot race. First baseman has it. It's going to be out 3, and that's going to be the ball game. Panthers are going to beat your Eagles by a final score of 12-2. So the Eagles are going to play again at 6:30, and it looks like Benton did indeed beat Bald Knob. So it looks like we're going to be playing the Bald Knob Bulldogs at 6:30, Kobe.
It is. You try to, you know, take away from this game right here some positives. You know, number one, you're thankful that Julie's okay. You know, she's walking out there right now. She's got ice on her head. And you always want to win, but you always want to be safe too. You know, you want to always take the girls home. I believe it was this tournament last year that the young girl lost her life.
That's true.
Here. So in the big grand scheme of things, it's a ball game. You always want to win, but we're thankful for that. You know, we just got to regroup. Same thing happened against Morrilton the other night. We come out, get beat pretty bad. We regroup. We come back. We played strong this second game. So that's what we're looking for in this next game, Corey.
That's right. Okay, so we're going to sign off real quick here and let the radio announcer for the next game have the power source here. It's been Kobe Kelly and Corey Erie on Eagle Vision with Vilonia Softball. We'll be back just a few minutes before 6:30 with the Eagles taking on the Bald Knob Bulldogs. See you in a little bit.